Hello, everyone. I'm here to share with you today in the name of Coaching Center as a partner and a trainer there, our ZerotoICF program. So this is in short, what is the program about. So 1 year target to achieve your ICF credential, ACC normally, in a personalized, affordable, and time-efficient way for you. Before we start, why ICF credential at all is the point. It's basically the world's #1 coaching certification, and the International Coaching Federation is basically the golden standard in the world, if I may say. And there are not many coaches around the world, so it kind of differentiates you in whatever market you're working in from maybe the mass of people who have similar or maybe no accreditation when you're doing a coaching kind of a work. There are only 43,000. It maybe sounds, I don't know, a lot or a little, but to me it sounds very little. Certified ICF coaches in the world. And it's very valuable because the process is thorough, very structured, with very much focus on value and credibility. So high standards, high ethical practice. It's not easy. So a part of, you will see later some requirements for this, but a part of having a certain hours of training, you need as well some experience, you need motivation, you need like a drive to get to it. And our experience shows that it's not easy, that a number of people go through the training and they just, even though they want, they end up not having the credentials in their hands. And end of last year, we at Coaching Center came to a conclusion that we should find a way to make this easier, that there's no reason that this is so hard. Basically, we all went through it, we know it. And this is why we came up with the program of ZerotoICF. It is for you, the ZerotoICF program, if you want a credential. That's the #1 need. So in case you're looking for additional knowledge, experience in the coaching, it's not something you should choose. But if you want to go for the credential, then the ZerotoICF is something Coaching Center is offering for you. I'll now explain a little what it is about. So the main aim is to support you through the whole process. In a nutshell, there is training, there is mentoring, there is experience required, and there is a performance evaluation. These are, and a test. These are the requirements of ICF Global, and you can see them in details here. So 60 for ACC credential, which is the first one, 60 hours of training, 10 hours of mentoring, 100 hours of experience. A performance evaluation, which is your recording of you showing that you are capable of doing a coaching center and respecting the ICF requirements. And then there's a coach knowledge assessment test, which is in the hands of ICF. A separate story is that we as Coaching Center have certification to take you through steps 1 to 4. So only completion of coach acknowledgement assessment is left in ICF. So if that's one of the things you choose, we can provide that, but that's not the aim of this video. This video is about bringing the buddying, the ZerotoICF program closer to you, making it more clear maybe. What is buddying about? What we came up with, what the story is behind, is that we realized a number of people who went through our training and wanted to get a credential somehow never ended up getting it. And we didn't see any big reason for this to happen because it's, even though it seems hard, it's perceived as hard, we all went through it and it's not so hard, and we wanted to make it easier for you. So what is the buddying program about? It is, these are some requirements which you can take a look on your own if you pause the video about the hours of experience. The buddying system is that you get one of us trainers, and there are now 6, 8 of us in Coaching Center and more to come. You can choose your buddy And it's kind of like a private teacher for whatever you need to help you go to your certification the fastest and easiest way, a fun way. Having someone, that's what we call it, a buddy, having someone on your side and with you to overcome any of the obstacles you come across. Initially, we thought it was about supporting you for the 100 hours of experience in the role of the coach, but in reality, we had about 12, I think, buddies so far since end of last year, and the experience is very diverse. So from person to person, there are different things they need to get them through the process and to provide support for them. So the program is there to do this for you. It's basically, we support it, we make a planning together with you, what it is that you need. We are there on as a buddy. I was one of the buddies and all of my colleagues, trainers were as well. We are there to support you in anything that comes up as an obstacle on this way to the ICF credential. We made ourselves, and we try to make with you as well as a potential candidate of this, a target of 1 year. So 1 year from not having any coaching experience, maybe even any coaching knowledge, to having the ICF credential, which, as I said at the beginning, is quite rare. So the buddy is there to help you with anything that comes up on this way, on your way, your personal way. So it's completely custom made, and the experience shows this as well. We had very different experiences on what people needed. Some people just needed motivational support. Some people needed support on getting peer-to-peer hours organized. So getting you linked to other people who are on the similar journey, maybe even us as buddies being your partner in order to gain these 100 hours of experience. You can ask any kind of a question. The process of applying in ICF is a bit robust, if I may say, and we all went through it quite relatively recently, some for ACC, some for PCC, but we're quite fresh with it. So we know the pain and we can share the way with you. So we take you through even some things like uploading some recording or filling the log of coaching hours or anything that keeps you from doing this within 1 year. Basically, that's what we are there about. And here you can see on this slide some situations. So we're clarifying some ICF rules. They can be a bit complex. We're clarifying some, when you come to a training, there's a platform for a learning platform, and then the buddy is there to help you maybe understand some of the points. So I think like your personal private teacher, as if you were in school, who's there just for you, to motivate you and to be with you on your side as you go through this step by step, with the target of aiming to do this within 1 year, which we find is quite reasonable targets. This is how it works in terms of money. So the whole program, of course, you can apply as well if you meet some of these conditions, but normally it's really for people who have no experience, not much knowledge, and they want to get to the accreditation. So this is the cost of the training. This is a requirement for ACC. 474 is the cost of the mentoring, and then another 474 for the cost of the buddy who is there with you for the whole year, for anything that comes up during the training, after the training, during the mentoring, after the mentoring, throughout the whole journey. We as well, on top of this, have this certification of taking you all the way to doing the performance evaluation for you as well. And in case you choose for this will be covered in a different video or in a one-on-one, let's say, discussion. But basically, this is the basic plan. For another $137, you can have the whole package with us. So everything up to doing the final test with the ICF Global. You can have for this money plus $247 for this performance evaluation, which we have 5 PCC accredited coaches within our team, and they can take you through the whole process if you want this part as well with us. So trying to keep this short, In case there is anything you need more from us on this, if you're interested in the program, you can start at any time. We have trainings ongoing basically regularly, several times per year. And you can get in touch with us via applying for a discovery session on our site, via reaching us on email, or calling the number in the support center and getting some information on that, whatever is easiest for you. So thanks for your attention, and hoping that with this, our main aim is making coaching affordable and reachable to everyone. So we're really hoping that with this, we help some of you across the world who are interested in getting ICF credential, making this easier, gentler, more fun, and more streamlined for you personally with the help of the buddy. Thanks for listening.